Can I be completely honest with you? I am an absolute noob at Overwatch. But that will not stop me in answering the question, is this game actually worth it? Over the span of the first 6 days of release, this game has already amassed over 10 million players. Not concurrently, just in total, you know exactly what I'm saying. However, that did come with a lot of issues, especially with Battle.net and the endless amounts of queues. I had 40,000 people in front of me for over 3 hours. I was never even able to join. But I figured it out. I'm gonna be playing it on my PS5, and at the end of the video, I will let you know, is this game actually worth it? Before we begin, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the noti bell, because if you want to see me struggle, that's the best way to do it. That's it from me. I'll see you at the end of the video. Can I be honest with you? I didn't know what I was gonna feel about this game. Overwatch 2 released on October 4th to worldwide acclaim and gained over 10 million players within its first 5 days of release. I was one of those people, but after being stuck in queues over 40,000 players long, I thought, this is never gonna happen. I'm never gonna play this game. However, I actually got the chance to play this because I got it on my PlayStation, and I put over 12 hours of gameplay into this bad boy. With that said, the question we are answering today is simple. Is Overwatch 2 worth playing today? This little review is going to be very stream of consciousness. I'm going to tell you everything that happened to me before getting back into the Overwatch grind and everything that I enjoyed and hated about this current playthrough. Overwatch 1 was not exactly my type of game. At the beginning, I was hooked. I was a Senjata main through and through. Support was my bread and butter. But the reality is that it got sweaty extremely quickly. The main thing that I personally didn't enjoy about the Overwatch 1 meta is what everybody else was complaining about, the 2-2-2 split. For those of you that have never played Overwatch before or anything like League of Legends, it's essentially a split between the different types of heroes in the game. For Overwatch 1, that was 2 tanks, 2 support, and 2 damage characters. Of course, by this point, if you've seen any amount of Overwatch 1 gameplay, yeah, those 2 tanks were essentially a menace to society. A huge ass shield with unlimited health that you would just spam bullets to try to get them out of your way and try to get to the objective. As a support main, this was a pain in the ass because, of course, the skill issue was there. I'm not gonna deny that it wasn't. But my daily grind consisted of spewing out unlimited heals until the tanks on the other team finally went to the Shadow Realm, or I got shot in the head by a Widowmaker. With that said, let's talk about Overwatch 2. The launch was absolutely botched. I already mentioned the 40,000 player queues. The graphical issues on PC and PlayStation were noticeable. In my case, I wasn't even able to log in through Battle.net. It was an absolute clusterfuck. Another main thing that stuck out is the fact that they actually had people using their phone numbers via text to try to confirm their accounts and try to get in. It was messy. It was not great. From the people that actually did get to play it over the first couple of days, I saw their gameplay and I was like, okay, this is essentially Overwatch 1.5. Graphical improvements, some new heroes, a couple of new maps, and just a different sense of gameplay. So what exactly happened when I finally got the chance to take the sticks? The reality is simple. This is Overwatch 1.5. I'm not gonna deny it. But thankfully, this is a breath of fresh air. Mostly because we switched from 6-player lobbies down to 5. Team comps will no longer consist of 2 dank, 2 damage, and then 2 supports. Activision Blizzard finally limited tanks to only 1 per team, so you can use 1 of the 10 heroes for that specific hero type and fill out the rest of your comp however you see fit. This is exactly what we were looking for. Let me say it again, exactly what I was asking for, Papa. Whether you're using D.Va, Reinhardt, Roadhog, or even Orisa, all of the other heroes suddenly become viable. There's more opportunities to flank your opponent, offer multiple heals if that's something that your team needs, or just slam the people's front gate with a tank and a lot of damage characters. So I was like, maybe this is going to be different. I was wrong, especially in the sweatiness department. The same amount of toxicity has flowed its way from Overwatch 1 to Overwatch 2, especially with the people that are in higher skill levels preying on the weak. This happens in every game. I'm not saying it doesn't, but it's very noticeable here. If you're not used to playing the new heroes or their new mechanics, aka me, and you don't have a team leader calling the shots, it's going to be a rough time. With that said, the best way that I can describe Overwatch 2 is contained fun chaos. And it felt like a blast from the past. I fondly remember those 2 a.m. fun nights with my friends trying to get our team comp in the perfect strategy and then getting crushed in competitive. This time, however, we decided to avoid competitive and go straight into role queues in pubs. What that means is that you choose your role prior to starting the game and then you try to do your best. This gave me an opportunity to test out all of the major heroes and see which ones fit my playstyle in a not so toxic environment. I mean toxic in the voice chat. Toxic through gameplay is a whole different story. There is a definite attention to detail, especially with the support heroes. I have seen Moira's and Senjata's top frag, which was something something that was unheard of before. Regardless of which hero you are using, there is a definite feel that the damage balance has been applied. In order to be effective, you have to plan out your attacks, and if you go in guns blazing like it's Call of Duty, you are going to get trampled. Trust me. Do I feel like the new maps and the new heroes are enough to warrant you to play this game immediately? No. If you're looking to scratch the Overwatch itch, you're going to have a good time. Some of the best heroes to play are the usuals: Pharah, Zenyatta, D.Va, Orisa, Reinhardt, Roadhog. Those are all strong characters within the game meta right now. The higher skill gap players like Winston, Ashe, and even Widowmaker are still going to be deadly if you have a good one on your team. It's going to be hard to learn, however, especially now that the metas are all over the place. I mean, all I'm saying is I want to be a Genji main, but I know that I don't have the skill to do it, at least not right now. We also got a couple of new heroes, especially Sojourn, Junker Queen, and of course Kiriko. My favorite of the three is, of course, Sojourn. She's basically Soldier 76 with a fucking railgun that charges up as you do damage. But again, I fell back into my old habits, and Reaper and Soldier 76 were my go-tos because I was doing the best with them. Overall, this is essentially Overwatch 1.5 with a lot of graphical updates, some changes to the overall playstyle, essentially switching from 6 players down to 5, and a couple of new heroes that they're going to add along the way. Taking all of this into consideration, I will be going into competitive sometime within the next 2 weeks to see if I can actually prove the mustard and level up from bronze, which I've always been. Time to answer your question. Should you play Overwatch 2 right now? I would say if you're on PC, depending on your system, it's definitely worth the playthrough. If you've wanted to experience a fresh look into Overwatch with different mechanics and a solid way for you and your friends to have fun, this will give you that satisfaction. But in my experience, if you're playing on console, you might as well wait until the first patch happens. I was having lag spikes, frame drops, and everything in between. It wasn't a smooth playthrough, but I was still having some fun. Overall, from what I've experienced of this new gameplay mechanics, the new characters, the graphical updates, I'm gonna give this version of Overwatch a 7.7. However, this will change because we still have the story mode, aka PvE examples, that are going to be added later on. Also, from what I've seen, the competitive scene and the custom games are extremely fun, so I'll check that out and give you my updated review once I do. If you had some fun or you learned something new, make sure to like the video, share with your friends, and subscribe with the noti bell on because I'm going to be giving you my full updated thoughts on Overwatch 2 whenever I get a chance to play it again. With that said, that's the end of the video. See you soon.